Is IKEA, the world's largest furniture retailer, losing its magic touch in Asia? From navigating cultural differences to battling local competition, IKEA's Asian furniture is turning into a wild journey. IKEA, the Swedish furniture giant, is known for its affordable and stylish products. However, it's been facing challenges in the Asian market. So what happened with this budget-friendly company? IKEA, known for its budget-friendly furniture, had to increase its prices by about 9% right after the holiday season. They said it was because of all the extra costs that they were dealing with, things like raw materials, shipping, and logistics. And the COVID-19 pandemic was the real culprit behind these disruptions. But this move didn't sit well with customers around the world. It kind of went against IKEA's image as a wallet-friendly brand, and people were not happy about it. So yeah, their pricing strategy has been a bit of a hot topic. In China, they've been trying to keep their prices steady, particularly for their classic and seasonally popular items, but it's not exactly clear how much they've increased their prices in China. The company hasn't revealed why they can offer better prices to customers in China. Now, one might guess that it could be because of the cheaper labor and resources available in China. After all, IKEA has been getting its supplies from China since 2015, but without IKEA saying anything, we can only speculate. So despite all their efforts, IKEA couldn't quite hit the mark with the Chinese shoppers. You see, IKEA's always been about offering stylish yet affordable home goods. That's their thing. But then, they had to hike up their prices to keep the money coming in during the pandemic. And that move didn't exactly work with their whole economical and stylish vibe. So yeah, it's been a bit of a tough sell. So here's another challenge for IKEA, their method of teaching the market. You see, in China, homeownership has skyrocketed from almost nil to about 70% in just 15 years. That's a big deal. But a lot of people don't really know how to deck out their homes, and they're super keen to learn from the West. Are IKEA's showrooms with their Western-style model rooms popular among young couples? They show how to furnish bedrooms and dining rooms, you name it. But the thing is, Chinese consumers need a bit of hand-holding. They don't have role models to look up to when it comes to home decor. So companies that invest money and effort into educating the market stand to gain big time, but it's a tricky path to navigate, no doubt about it. So let's talk about Home Depot, another big player in the game. They tried their luck in China, but let's just say it didn't go as planned. Now you might be wondering, what sets Home Depot and IKEA apart? Well, it's all about the experience they offer. You know, Home Depot is like your handy helper for fixing things like installing a ceiling fan or building a deck. But IKEA is more about teaching people how to make their homes look better and introducing them to Western culture. So, it's a completely different situation. IKEA has been having supply issues. You see, there's been a shortage of heavy goods vehicle drivers, and this has hit about 1,000 of their product lines. Now, why the shortage, you ask? Well, it's a mix of COVID and Brexit. This has led to some products, even mattresses, being in short supply at some stores. So the last piece of the puzzle is IKEA's move into new markets like India. Now, this hasn't been a walk in the park. They had to build relationships and navigate through cultural and language barriers. They've also had to deal with a ton of paperwork, slow processing times, not so great transportation, and let's not forget, inefficient governance. And so, expanding into new markets has been quite an adventure for IKEA. Guess what happened with IKEA in South Korea? After steadily increasing sales for 8 years, they faced a setback. Yep, their sales took a dip for the first time. And guess the culprits, COVID-19 and a slump in home sales. IKEA pointed the finger at a drop in spending on home decor items. Apparently, with most COVID-19 restrictions lifted, people in South Korea preferred spending time outside rather than decorating their homes. IKEA's struggles in Asia can be attributed to a combination of factors, including pricing strategy, market education approach, supply problems, and challenges in expanding into new markets. The company needs to address these issues to succeed in the Asian market. Despite these challenges, IKEA's commitment to providing affordable and stylish products and its efforts to adapt to local markets suggest that it has the potential to overcome these hurdles. You know, IKEA is having a tough time in Asia because of the different cultures. Asia is like a rainbow, with each country having its own unique colors and shades. Now, IKEA's designs are all Scandinavian, which might not always be a hit with people in Asia who might like their local styles more. So IKEA really needs to mix it up and adapt its products to match what people in different Asian countries prefer. Local furniture stores and even other IKEA franchises are giving them a run for their money. These guys often sell stuff that's pretty similar to what IKEA has, but at lower prices, so it's a real challenge for IKEA. And then there's the issue with copycats, especially in places like Vietnam. Over there, you got local makers who take IKEA's designs and make their versions, selling them for way less. You know, moving into new markets isn't a walk in the park. IKEA has to deal with a whole bunch of red tape and set up dependable supply chains in these places. It's like navigating a maze of rules and regulations. And then there's the bureaucracy, sky-high taxes, and slow processing times that can really slow things down. This can push back the launch of new stores and bump up the cost of running the business. You see, IKEA's usual game plan of setting up big stores on the city outskirts might not fly in all parts of Asia. In crowded cities with heavy traffic, people might prefer smaller stores that are easier to reach. So IKEA really needs to switch things up a bit, maybe change the size and location of their stores or offer different delivery options. It's all about fitting in with the local scene. IKEA gets a large chunk of its products from Asia, but setting up and managing a supply chain there isn't simple. There are all sorts of hurdles, like not so great infrastructure, shaky political situations, and labor issues. These problems can cause delays and bump up costs. People in Asia are pretty careful with their money. IKEA is usually known for not being too heavy on the wallet, but they've had to hike up their prices because of increasing costs. Now, this could be a problem because it might make IKEA stuff less appealing to people in Asia who are really mindful of prices. IKEA's DIY model, where people buy flat-packed furniture and put it together themselves, might not be everyone's cup of tea in Asia. A lot of people there prefer the full-service deal where they buy something and the store delivers it and sets it up for them. So, IKEA really needs to put some effort into teaching customers about the perks of its DIY model. It's all about changing perceptions. You know, IKEA has really been making moves in Asia, but it's not all smooth sailing for them. They've got a bunch of hurdles to jump over, and to do that, they really need to get the lay of the land and tweak their game plan to fit in. Despite its global success, the iconic furniture giant faces fierce competition and cultural challenges in this dynamic market. Will IKEA overcome these obstacles and adapt to Asian preferences? Comment your thoughts on this, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.